Hey guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast with me, Alex Whiteley. And today we're coming to you from the Red Barn. And he said the Red Cow again. That's insane how I keep doing that. The Red Barn on Longdon Road. Great place to go and eat, and also a great place to record podcasts, as you can hear from this one. Today I'm joined by the coaching staff and some of the players as well from the SAHA Jets under 11s. This team, this community of people have been so important to not just to Timmy, but to us as parents as well. And they're doing some incredible things in the community as well. So, through our friendships and through our collaborations, Kaz, my wife, has been amazing fundraising for the team, as well as the other parents too. And through this, this friendship that we've formed, something really cool happened with the team. They put the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast as a sponsor for the away kit. It just humbled me so much. And I said I'd get them on the podcast because I wanted to show what they're doing in the community and what they're doing, and not just as coaching staff, but as a collective of people. So that's what this episode is going to be. Just to explain, Timmy is an amazing kid, my son, and he's great. But his first love for passion really was theatre and dance and stuff. So that's what he's been doing from a younger age. He's liked football. It's been in the background, but now as he's got older, it's come more into the forefront. So he started playing football, but he wasn't there doing that from a very early age. So he's catching up. So we found him a football club, this football club, that welcomed him with open arms and introduced him to a great group of kids that have helped him come on leaps and bounds. And I feel like Harry, the main head coach, he doesn't just coach players, he coaches young people to be better versions of themselves. And that's why I want to bring them on today. So you guys can take a listen to them and learn for yourselves about what the great things that they're doing. Again, obviously, thank you to Nikki and to Brent from the Red Barn for letting us use that amazing spot. It's really, really important that we keep these collaborations going, because I think that's what's built into this town. Over the years of me doing this podcast, and my God, it's been so many years, one of the things that always crops up is collaboration, people working together to make special things. I know, I mentioned a few times in a couple of previous episodes, that we are in a bubble in Shrewsbury. This is what we know. This is our habitat, I guess. Unless you poke your head outside that bubble and see what other towns are doing, you don't know what's going on. But from my perspective, from the way I see things, there is something very special happening in Shrewsbury when it comes to collaboration. People talk about this being one of the happiest towns to live in, the market hall being the best market hall again and again and again in the UK. It's got to be something to do with that, hasn't it? Us coming together and working together as a community to make things better. So this is it's a great story, but I feel like this is a drop in the ocean of what Shrewsbury has to offer. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get on with this episode. This is the SAHA Jets under 11s. Enjoy. I'll catch you at the end.
I focused on the wrong stuff, but baby, you out of change now. Let them talk, took my lumps, roll with the punches, made my bed, ignore my...
Right, so I mentioned on the last episode that this is going to be our next stop. We're recording 4 podcasts in about 5 days because I'm starting a new job and I want to get the ball rolling with some content, but this is a podcast been in a couple of months in the making. So our lad Timmy, he's a theatre geek. He won't mind me saying that. He grew up he loves music and theatre and dancing and football. Even though he loved it, it wasn't his first calling. It wasn't his first thing. But when he's got into later in life, he wanted to join a team. He tried for different teams, and it was a weird selection process where obviously, when you're putting a team together, you're going to pick the best players. We got put in touch with today's guest, Harry, from the SAHA Jets, under 11s. And it's just an amazing community that we've been welcomed into, where Timmy has been welcomed with open arms to progress as not just as a footballer or a player, but as a young lad. And I wanted to show my appreciation for what Harry and the team have done at SAHA Jets for Timmy and the other kids that are involved by bringing him on the podcast and saying thank you for what you do to the community. So, Harry, thank you for joining me on the show.
You're welcome.
you want to introduce me to? I know these guys, but introduce me to your team today.
Yeah, so we've got Dean, one of my coaches, Simon, who was one of the other coaches as well, and then we've also got our club captain, Leo, who's joining us today, and we've also got a couple of the other boys around and about doing other things that, you know, wanted to come along and be superstars on your podcast.
Superstars on the biscuit.
Yeah.
Also, a huge shout out to the guys at Red Barn and Colin for letting us. It's I say Colin. It's not. No, she's shaking her head. Nikki's shaking her head. Where is it? Longdon Road. It's just Longdon Road. The Red Barn is an incredible place. Do great food. It's a great place to come and record. So thank you for letting us come and do that today. Right then, well, I want to talk a bit about you, Harry, first.
Okay.
We'll get the Harry show out the way, guys. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. It's all about Harry.
It's all about.
I don't like it to be. I like to share it all out. Yeah.
So, what's your favourite colour? I'm joking. Where do you start off life, Harry? Where you hail from originally?
So originally, as much as Lou might hate me saying this, Telford. So I'm born and bred Telford. Yeah, so grew up around there, and then obviously moved over to Shrewsbury. Not long ago, actually, about 5-6 years ago, maybe.
Pretty much the same as me. I grew up. I grew up in Telford, Wrexham, Telford, Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Where's your hood in Telford?
So I grew up like in Wellington area, so I went to Arkwood School.
Oh, really?
But you went to Alton Park School.
I went to Alton Park.
Yeah, so I lived around the corner from Alton Park School. So I used to, like, that's where I played all my football. So you had the little tennis courts down the bottom, didn't you? So I used to play there. Used to play on the top field. So that's where I was. And then obviously when I was about 13, I moved out to High Arkle, which is in the middle of nowhere. So it was sort of like Wellington, then High Arkle.
What I love about Telford, and when I look back in my youth now and I think about things today, I went from a very multicultural town like Telford, where there's Asian people, black people, white people all together, and then I moved to Wrexham, which was like it was like going back into the Stone Age. Honestly, it really was, and I hate to. Things are a lot better now, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like that benefited me growing up.
Well, yeah. Like I say, growing up in Wellington, you have, like, you say what you've just said, like, and then you go to other places and it's just non-existent, isn't it, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
This
is a very squeaky chair, by the way. So if you hear some weird noises in the background, it's because of the leather. Dean, yourself, where do you come from originally?
I come from Howell.
Whoa there. I don't know why we haven't got audio for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I'm back.
So you're Yam Yam. Is that a derogatory term?
I don't know, to be fair.
No,
it's not.
Well, people think it is, but we don't really take offence at it.
I used to go. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. When I was younger, I used to go out with a girl, and she used to call me Alex. Alex. And I was really annoyed me. My wife's in the background shaking her head, but no.
Yeah. So Howell's Owen, and then went to school in Birmingham, and like you were saying. I went to school with a lot of different nationalities and races, so I had that kind of upbringing.
Nice.
And then moved over here for work in about 2000, and then met my wife, stayed, and been here ever since.
Amazing. In Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury.
In Shrewsbury, great place to be.
Yep.
Simon?
I grew up in Market Drayton. I went to the Grove School.
Oh, okay.
In Market Drayton.
Lots of sheep?
Yeah, well, no, that's more of a Welsh thing, I think.
I always see Market Drayton as like a farmer.
Yeah.
I guess that's more Whitchurch, I guess.
Yeah. So I was there until I moved over here for work. Came to Shrewsbury, met Sophie through work, and I've been here since 2010.
Welcome to the Shire.
Thank you.
Leo, where do you go to work? Where do you work? So you're Shrewsbury lad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you allowed to say what school you go to? What school you go to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meal Brace Primary.
Meal Brace Primary. And how long were you playing with this team for? How long have you played with them for? I know that you've had we'll go over the accident in a sec and what's happening. But like, when did you start originally the team?
August, Leo?
Yeah, so you joined when we put out our players needed poster, and you came along with Tommy, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Tommy sort of like did a call around his school and got a couple of his friends, which is Leo.
Want to play some football?
Yeah, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So he came along in the summer with a couple of the others from the start, I think, wasn't it? To be fair. So yes, he came from the very start when we first started, and there was only about, I think our first training session we had about five or six players turn up at the first training session, and then I think Leo then came along, and straight away we were like, we've got ourselves a keeper here.
Yeah. Were there lots of lads you'd never met before with the team?
Yeah.
And what's that, as a young mind, what's that like, meeting a group of new people to play football with, and you know, Harry's just like, he's cracking the whip. You guys need to gel. You get together, guys. How's that? As a process?
Good.
Is it good? Yeah. Well, it's nice making new friends, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Harry, when it comes to coaching,
Yes.
what are your sort of fundamentals when it comes to what are you doing? Why are you doing this? I guess what I'm asking.
I love coaching. Like when I was 16, 17, I got into coaching, and I coached a girls team over in Telford, Wrekin, part of Wrekin Juniors, and I absolutely loved it. And having that experience, and this girls, going off like SAHA a bit, but that girls team, we turned up every week, and it was when girls football was just like starting to pick up a bit. We only had 8 players, and we played 11 aside, and we came second in the league, and we won the cup. And that achievement was just amazing. That feeling that you've coached it, and them girls have like had the best time. And then I sort of went away with it because I was still chasing the dream of wanting to be a footballer. So I sort of went away from the coaching side a bit, went and played myself for a bit, and then Freddie came along, and I've always had that niggle. So when Freddie first started playing, I didn't coach. I was on the side, but like it was still there. It was like I need to get involved, and I did get involved. Obviously last year with another team, and obviously that didn't work out for obvious reasons, and I won't go into it. But made a big decision at the end of last year that, do you know what, I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah.
Simon agreed, like, you know, to come along with me, and then obviously
what brought you along, Simon? What was the
I haven't really had a real interest in football, I'll be honest, but George has. He really enjoys playing and watching, and he was madly into it as he got older, and I saw it as a way of us bonding together, like father and son. Nice. And seeing him enjoy something, and you know, go every week to training, do matches and stuff like that, and I must admit, I wasn't too keen on the idea to start off with, but I have to say it's a really good group of people.
But that's the good thing about like football, isn't it? It's like Simon doesn't really know anything about football, but he's come on board and he absolutely loves it. And you've got parents like that, like my wife Lou, for example. She knows nothing about football, but all of a sudden she is now a football fanatic.
Yeah,
she loves it, and that's what it's about. It's like bringing parents and the lads together to make that community, like you said at the start, and that's what it's all about for me. It's about them boys coming, enjoying the fact that they're playing football and making friendships for life. Like I made friendships for life from playing football, and they're still my friends now. And these boys are going to grow together, and when they get older, hopefully they'll still be playing together. They've got that friendship for life, and that's what I want from the boys. Like obviously, you know, we want them to develop as footballers. Yes, that's what we're there for, and we want the very best for the boys. And we want them to win as much as they can. We want them to develop. We want them to listen. But the most important thing for me and for Dean and so is they enjoy it. They love it. Do you know what I mean? And that passion, that feeling of playing football is no other. Like scoring your first goal is like, that feeling is no other. Saving a penalty, making a brilliant save, like them feelings are just amazing. And you know, other sports do that for other people, but for football, I absolutely love playing football.
There's no better rush than scoring a goal when everyone's cheering you on.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? And I want for this season, like I'd love every single one of them boys to just score a goal. Do you know what I mean? Like that feeling that they would get. Like Timmy, like he is such a lovely boy. From the minute that I met Timmy, he put a smile on my face, and I've never I'm not saying that because you're his dad.
Yeah, keep going.
But like from the minute he turned up at training, he just put a smile on everyone's face, and like the boys straight away took to him straight away.
But that's what I get from this group of people, both the parents and the kids.
Yeah. And like I say, half the battle sometimes with parents is it's getting them along, and you have all these politics, but we've got such a good group. And obviously we've got Dean on board that, you know, he's got a vast football experience, like with like coaching like his own lads team, and unfortunately he is a West Brom fan, but we won't hold that against him.
Looking forward to life in League One.
We're going down.
But Dean coming on board is brilliant because, like, you know, he knows his football, and he's really good with the lads. You know what I mean? And he's good to that with that one-on-one. Like, you know, because I'll, you know, be shouting my instructions, and then Dean will pull like one to the side and say, right, this is what we need to do. So we've got a very different range of like different coaches. Like Simon, like considering like he knows nothing about football. He'll get stuck into the boys when he needs to. He also, do you know what I mean? So,
what I get from Simon is a gentle giant reassurance. I think that's really important.
The funny thing is, it's like me and Dean, like obviously got a lot of football experience. We'll talk to them. They don't really take it in that much. Simon opens his mouth, they're all like, oh, straight away. They're looking at him and like, oh God, he's speaking. We got to listen, sort of thing. It's good though. It's good because then they listen. Like, you know, there's all three of us there to make sure that they are doing what they need to. And like I say, the main thing is that they enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? That's my big thing. I just want them to enjoy it, build friendship.
But that's what I get from you guys. I mean, Leo's a testament for that because you're still around. Okay, so Leo, you're the goalkeeper for the team. What happened to you? I want you to talk about what happened.
I kind of broke my arm.
I kind of broke my arm. That was hard for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were just getting into your stride with the team, and then that happened. But you stuck around, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? What made you want to stick around the team, but even while you had your injury?
I just wanted to be by the team.
Yeah? And you wanted to come and see your friends play football?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you turned up at matches and training as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Your arm, look, you're not in a sling or a plaster anymore. How's the arm?
It's all right. I got 7 weeks until I can go back to football now.
Yeah?
The countdown is on.
Counting every single day, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you okay to go back in goal, or you want to play outfield?
I want to go back in goal.
He's going back in goal. Mum's nodding in the background. Yeah. Is that all you think about? What team do you support?
Aston Villa.
Oh God.
Straight to the captaincy, Liam.
we got to ask that, I suppose. Yeah. So you want to be part of this community, these lads, that it means that much to you? Because you could have gone to any team, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be by like most of my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really important. That must mean a lot to you guys, right? To hear that.
Oh yeah, massively. And like obviously, you know, what happened to Leo was like, you know, it's tragic. But
we were all devastated. All the parents were, oh my God, it was so sad.
When we heard about it, we were just absolutely devastated because he's, from the start of the season, I mean, being a goalkeeper is probably one of the hardest things. I mean, we started the season playing the two teams that we did, and that couldn't have been easy for a goalkeeper. But you know what? He kept his head up high and he carried on prodding along, and the progress he made within them couple of weeks was massive. And he's such a big player for us. Like we said, at the start of the season, we spoke and said, like, we want a captain. We want to appoint a captain for the team. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of putting a captain as a goalkeeper. But Dean, to be fair, told me about him because, to be fair to him, he talks to the team. He communicates with the team.
Yeah.
He's really, really good at doing that. And then obviously, when we'd finally made a decision, that happened. So we sort of had to delay it for a little bit longer. But keeping him involved was the big thing for us. Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than you being injured and just being out on the sideline and no involvement. This
is why I brought you on the podcast, is because we've seen lots of teams around here. I won't mention them, obviously, but like there's lots of hungry coaches out there that like will sideline good players even. Do you know what I mean? They'll upset kids by like putting them on the sidelines, not giving them a chance to play.
Yeah.
Whereas you're like, with Timmy straight away, you were like, he's not... okay, like his skills aren't up there with the other lads, but he can learn, he can build up, he can get there. And then what that does, that gives him a drive and the determination. And like, I mean, using Timmy as an example, like he's now like confident to go toe to toe with other players and try.
100%. You can see that when he comes on, and like Theo, like for example, when he first come to us, his confidence, he was very timid and he kept like wanting to come off the pitch, but you see him now, like the progress he's made, and he's come on so much, and there's so many of the lads there. I mean, you've got Teddy at the back, like he's come on so much. Like we've been with Teddy from the start, and the progress he's made at the back, and he'll come across and he gets his body across the attacker and wins the ball. And I could talk about absolutely every single one of them. Charlie at the back, do you know what I mean? That there's so many that have progressed really well the last couple of weeks, and they're starting to finally get it. It's just unfortunate the weather, the way it's been. It's been stop, start. So it's constantly trying to remind, getting them back to basics. Right, when we play now, we need to get the ball out of our feet, we need to pass it, because at the start of the season, I mean, we were just hit and hope, weren't we, at the start?
It was just a leap of faith.
And it was.
We didn't know how many players we were going to have. We didn't know if they were going to stay. We didn't know whether they were going to gel. We didn't know how good they were going to be. And we started in the bottom league and we moved up to the mid league by Christmas, so
which is really good for the boys, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like we only started in July? August, and by Christmas we've moved up a league, which is amazing for them boys to have that they've had for the last 6 months. They've really gelled together, and they are a good bunch of lads. They really are. They want to work hard when they listen, and like I say, the development of them since we've started is massive.
I know you're a coach, Simon, but you're a parent too. Do you think this has helped George since he started?
Oh, massively. He's come on leaps and bounds. He's made some really good friends, and like Harry said, friends for life.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like putting that belief in the boys, because like with George, sorry, I was speaking over you. Like last season, he wasn't giving them opportunities. And it was the same with other players. Like they'd go on, they'd play 5 minutes, they'd come off. Like how does a player get into a game after 5 minutes and then come off again? You've got to give them that time to play. And George is a good footballer, and he just needs to play. Go on.
It goes. I mean, I coached my lads team for 5 years, and he stopped playing now, which is why I've got back into coaching. But you see some lads who were, when you start under 7s, under 8s, who are less talented. But if you stick with them for 5 years, by the time that 5 years comes to an end, they're one of the best players. And if you just discard them when they're 8 and say, we're not playing you, then you're not giving them the opportunity. And you're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing as a grassroots football coach, which is develop players. Because I got fed up when you get to under 13s, under 14s, and teams would just cherry pick the best players from other teams.
Yeah.
And it's like the school playground, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not coaching in my view, because anyone can pick the best players.
Yeah, totally.
It's better to win something with a team that you've had together for ages,
yeah,
and develop.
Well, then you develop people like Leo who wants to just be part around that nucleus team. They want to be around your mates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really important. And you know what I think about when I think about goalkeepers when they're stood there in the post, when you make that save and everybody goes, "Oh, well done!" What does that do for you?
It feels really good because you're just getting persevered to do better and stuff.
Yeah. So when you make that save and it was does that like give you lots of happiness for a couple of days? Does it last a while? I mean, how does that feel?
It lasts a while.
Yeah. And what about when you have the bad days? When you concede goals and things like that, how does that feel? Does that spur you on even more? Yeah,
it just makes you want to do better.
Yeah.
You tell your mum not to feed you for 48 hours.
Tell you.
And to be fair, that's the mentality he needs as a goalkeeper. Like, okay, you've let one in, you just forget about it, and he does, and you can see that because you'll see some keepers, their heads will drop. His head never drops. Like that first game of the season, if you can remember back to that first game of the season, and it was absolutely tipping it down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we did really well up to the half time, and then second half it sort of went to pot for us a little bit. But you could see, even though he was conceding goals, he got back up and you could see that he never let them bother him once, and that's great character for him, to be fair. So yeah, he's, you know, you can tell every goal that he concedes, he's back up, and he doesn't want to concede the goals, and he's constantly talking at the back, and he's just a brilliant little player, to be fair.
Yeah, and always around. Arm and sling or not, he's always around. I love that.
It was amazing that he actually came, because it's hard, isn't it? Like when you're injured, standing there on the sideline watching your mates play, that can be really hard. But
you're dying just to be like, right, getting stuck in.
And he was, and
just one-handed, like.
Yeah. And he became one of the coaaches. Do you know what I mean? He was shouting more than us at one point.
Yeah.
So
I find that hard to believe, Harry. We can't talk about goalkeepers without, I don't know if we're about to mention young Harry, but he stepped in and done a great job while Leo's been on the sidelines.
Can we also just mention that, like, Timmy stepped in for 2 games?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
And like they say, like, obviously the one game didn't go to plan, but the other game, he was amazing. Like, to be fair, and none of the lads were like, oh, I don't want to go.
Nobody wants to go.
Your Timmy, mate. He stepped up. He took one for the team, and that's a big thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one stepped up. He's, you know, gone, I'll do that. And that was amazing for him, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because that one game, he got player of the match.
He did.
So yeah, it was like that's team bonding. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take one for the team. I'll go in goal, and he did really, really well.
He has these real little inspirations when he's younger. Like Marco Morosi, the goalkeeper for Shrewsbury, gave him his gloves, and they're sat in his room now, like as a prized possession. And he was, I remember him going, "Should I just wear Marco Morosi's gloves?"
Can you imagine him on his arms? They're like the Mickey Mouse, like.
Yeah, just to get a couple of games in goal. He was like, "I want to," and so he's gone out and bought like nice gloves and the spray and all sorts. Like that's what it does to him. It drives him in a way that it's like, "Oh, I need to get involved."
Yeah,
like,
which is good. It's good.
What are the challenges when it comes to coaching young lads?
It's getting them to listen to the process and believe the process. I mean, at training, it's really hard, because like you have to get their attention. And we have got some lads that they'll concentrate for about 2 seconds and then they're off.
Yeah.
You've got to grab their attention from the start. And we've got some really good like little drills that we do, and some of the lads really enjoy them. But like the thing is, we've always said to them, there's going to be drills that you don't like doing, but they're the most important ones, because they're the basic ones. But like you say, if you get their attention and you get them involved early on, you've got them then. It's when like you dwindle a little bit and you're not quite sure what we're doing, and that's when they sort of like go off then.
And young lads are like wrecking balls, aren't they?
Oh.
We were all there, weren't we? Leo's laughing. He's like, yeah. We watched we were in the car the other day. Was it yesterday? And we saw one of the players. It was Kian, right, on his way to school on a scooter, and he's like a madman on the scooter. And I'm like, yeah, that's typical for his age. Like,
but like with Kian, it was mad, because like he was on trial at another team. And I mean, Keane's a really good player, and he didn't get into their team. And I was like, why has this lad not got into their team? He's such a good player.
And he's quick.
He's so quick.
Like lightning.
I mean, there's been times this season he's had 4 or 5 players around him, and I don't even know how he's got around them, and he's gone.
And he's that small, the ball comes up to his knee.
But, like you say, it's having that belief in him. And like when we first saw him, straight away we were like, we need to sign this lad, because he was really, really good. And there was a couple of like other lads that, you know, we were saying, with like, you know, you get that feeling about a player, and you know, it's not just about players. It's sometimes about the parents. It's like bringing the parents in and you know, just explaining to them that this team isn't about the best players playing for the whole of the game. It's not fair. It's
sure.
Equal time for everybody. And we try to do that. We try to give everyone a good run out, so they can develop. But
it's the training sessions as well. Like, I mean, like, I'm sorry, it's just so easy to use Timmy as an example, but like a kid that's like, he's building up his confidence as he goes on. Yeah. But I remember a couple of weeks ago, he did like a little turn, a step over, he shot and scored. And just to see the joy on his face, I mean, that'll build him on to go forward.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
and like I say, I always say to Timmy every time he goes on, like, just believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And when you see that net, just put your foot through it.
Yeah.
It's like that one that he had a couple of weeks ago where the corner came in, I think it was, and he was right in front of the keeper. And all he needs to do is put his foot through it.
For the listeners at home, right, what happened was the ball was the same colour as the goalkeeper's shirt. It rolled onto the line. The keeper lay on by the ball, and Timmy thinks he's kicking the ball, but he's hacking at this keeper's and trying to get over the thing. And we're all going, Timmy, yes! And we thought that was the moment, but all he's done is committed GBH, to be honest. I mean,
yeah. But I keep saying to him, like, because he then, you can see him beating himself up then. And I'm like, you just got to believe in yourself. I mean, you look at any great striker, they'll miss, 7-8 chances and then score one. And he just needs to keep believing in himself, and that chance will come and he will score.
Yeah.
He will score.
I want to come back to you, Simon, because obviously this is all kind of new to you. What do you think this role as a coach has brought for you? What do you think it's helped you develop in yourself?
Obviously learning about football.
What's the offside rule again?
Well, definitely that. I don't know. It's about community.
Yeah, that's a big aspect.
About being together, and not just learning about football, but learning how to communicate with children, how to encourage them. Like, we're all different. We've all got different backgrounds, but we all manage to ultimately make the team work.
Okay, buzzing in the background. I don't know if that's going to
am I?
No, not you. I think it's like some of them, the speakers or something. Anyway, yeah, the community is a big aspect of it, I think. I feel like that's one of the reasons why. I mean, it seems really like ridiculous to be like, I'm going to bring my kids' football team coaches on a podcast. Like, it's not that. It's what you guys offer for the community as well. It's like, it's that welcoming kind of, you can come and you can come, and like, we can all just, everybody, it's just such an easy process. But the moment we first came and we sat in the boot of our car just chilling with everybody, we were just welcomed as part of this little community, and it's just I feel we're privileged,
and that's what I want. I want everyone to feel welcome. Like say, half the battle is the parents, and we've got such a great set of parents. Like, when we first set this up, I had Tommy come over with me, and Becky and Steve, like they bought all our equipment for us. So they were like, yeah, so they bought the, not the balls, but like the equipment, the cones, the bags, the poles.
Nice.
Ben and Kate, they brought the gazebos, the bench.
That gazebo. Make sure you get the sides sorted, Ben.
Yeah, big shout out to them and Kate for that. And then, like, you've got Anna and Ross, like they've sponsored the kit. And like, them things are really hard to do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I know when you guys come on, you really wanted to give us something. Do you know what
Kaz,
I mean?
like, she was just like, I want to do what I can for the team. And she started doing fundraisers and raising money. And she bought the the linesman flags. She was just like...
And that's amazing. Like as soon as Kaz came on board, like...
That's my wife, by the way. Again.
She is a godsend. Like she's helped us with the kits, the away kits that we've got with your logo on it.
I'll get onto that in a second.
Do you know what I mean? She, like, the cards that she's done and she's sold, and like, that's half the battle. And like I say, we've got loads of parents like Sophie and Lou and Anna that do the tea and coffee. Like, that's massive. Do you know what I mean? And like, some teams don't have that. No. So every Sunday they're giving like. And doing it, it's amazing. And then, like, the Christmas party, Sophie was on the Christmas party, and like, they're the parents you want. And then, like, Ben runs the line for us, and then Ross has run the line for us. Alistair wouldn't run the line for us. I'm just going to throw that in there. So
from my point of view, though, Alex, that I've been around like grassroots football for 10 years, and I've never known a set of parents who are so involved and helpful and engaged.
It's amazing.
And as Harry said, not just by buying stuff, but just being there every week.
Yeah.
And accepting that some of the players aren't as good as some of the other players.
Yeah.
But not moaning about it ever, not saying, I want my lad to play, why aren't we playing this?
I think I'm the biggest loudmouth on the side.
Yeah.
I think Anna and Lou have gone, Alex, because I'm going, Brev!
But a lot of teams, the parents wouldn't be so welcoming, they wouldn't be so accepting of everyone together, and it does go back to the community aspect. And that's why I think the team works so well, because if you've just got individuals and people are out for their own ends, then the team doesn't work. But the team we've got, they all accept each other, the parents accept each other, and they just want to get better.
Yeah, and that acceptance is really important. What about the failures, Harry? What about the things that don't go quite so well? What do you do with that process? Things that
I think, like, you know, we've had a lot of knocks this season. Like, if you think about the two games of the season, we played two teams that, you know, they've been together for a fair few years, and let's be honest, they were 10 times better than us, and we got quite a heavy
spanking. Yeah.
But it's about them boys, like, learning from that and saying, like, you know, yeah, okay, we've conceded whatever many goals, but, like, that's where we want to get to.
I just say I wasn't there for those.
No, you weren't, to be fair. You were off on one of your 7 holidays at the start.
Jet setter D.
Yeah. But I say, getting them back on that training pitch and going through the things that weren't so, you know, but that they were still fresh, they were still new, they're still bonding. And like I say, from them two defeats, we then went, like, what is it, 6-7 games unbeaten?
Yeah.
So the boys have learned from that, and it's about picking them up, moving on. And you're always going to have that in life. You're going to have them moments where, you know, things haven't gone right for you, and it's how you bounce back from them. And that's a life lesson for them boys right there. You know, we've got beat, you've got yourself up, you've dusted off, and then we've gone on a 6-7 game run, unbeaten. And that's amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we could have, like, literally gone, them boys' heads could have dropped. They could have got really nervous. But I think what we install in all these boys is the belief of going onto that pitch, enjoying it, and just trusting each other. And, like, them 6 games prove that they went and won every single one of them. I mean,
only a United fan can talk about win repression in that way, so poetically. But maybe in a Shrewsbury fan, I'm used to failure, so I mean, it's fine. Like I said, we all come from different backgrounds. Okay, it's nicely put though that, you know, you share that success with the lads.
Yeah, like I say, like, it's not, you know, them boys go out on the field, and if they lose, you know, that reflects on us as well. Do you know what I mean? So, but, like, we're really good. Like Dean's constantly looking at, like, little practices to improve the lads, and we're constantly, like, in backwards and forwards. I mean, we've had conversations on the phone, like, talking about what we need to work on and stuff like that. And we've got to remember, these boys have only just really come together. It's their first full season. Well, it's not even a full season yet, is it? And the progress they've made so far is amazing. So the future is only going to look really good for us.
The future's bright. The future's SAHA.
Yeah.
Why SAHA, by the way? Because there's up and comers. There's all sorts of people. Why did you choose?
To be fair, obviously last year I was coaching for another team and got asked to leave for whatever reasons. And my neighbour, Jason, who's the SAHA girls secretary, contacted me and said that, you know, he would be able to help with the boys that were coming across with me. They would be able to help put them into teams, or they would set up a team for us. So a massive thank you needs to go out to Dean, the chairman, because he then contacted me and said, look, we can put these boys into a team, or you can do it yourself. And to be fair, I wanted to keep them boys together because, you know, they've been playing for the last 2-3 seasons together. So I decided that, you know, I'll get my coaching team together. I knew I had a good set of parents anyway, a start of a good parents, and they would help me no matter what, and they have. And every single person that's come in has been amazing. So SAHA, big shout out to SAHA and a thank you for letting us do this, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a team. So, and like I say, I started off at SAHA with Freddie. And then obviously we went over to another team, and then we've come back. But SAHA's got a good reputation for their football, and there's, like, don't get me wrong, like you were with up and comers, and like say I think every team you go to, they're all really good clubs. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know Shrewsbury, because I played football in Telford all my life, so I only know Telford teams. Never really came across any of the Shrewsbury teams when I was over in Telford. So I just go off what people say, and I talk to people. Like when Freddie was coming into football, SAHA was the first team that someone was like it's a really family-orientated club, and most of them are, to be fair. Like, do you know what I mean? They're all, you know.
We did a couple of years ago. We did a podcast with the up and comers under 8 girls, because I wanted to talk about, like, it was like when when women's football was on the rise.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the impact that was having in girls that want to play football in the community. And we've got a girl on our team. I think it's worth mentioning that you've opened up the doors to be like, if you want to play football, just come and play football.
Well, this is the thing. It's like, we've come up against some teams this year. Market Drayton, we played Market Drayton, and they've got a young girl up front, and she was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So like girls can come and play. Like my niece, she plays on a Sunday, Harper, and her girls team actually it's a fully girls team plays in the boys league.
Yeah.
And they do really well. So I've got no problem with a girl coming to
and
play.
That's I love that. We talk about inclusion and things like that, and I know there's lots going on at the moment in the comment threads on social media and stuff, but like our mindsets have completely changed, because when we were I was growing up anyway, it's like, oh no, she can't play, she's a girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas Leo now, I'm pretty sure you play with boys, girls, you're all playing together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? And I think skill based. Sometimes you get all rock up and be like, I'm going to show you guys.
When I was 11 at my school, we got into a national competition, and one of our best players was a girl, and she was called Natalie, so we called her Nat, and she had short hair. So we sort of tried to pass her off as a boy. and she was really good, and we got to the quarter final, and the FA banned her from playing.
This is a Netflix series, isn't it?
Yeah.
We went on Central News. I was on Central News.
Central
News talking about how unfair it was. But yeah, the FA banned her from playing in the quarterfinal.
That's mad, isn't it? And now that's from there to what it is now. I mean, we've just signed Liv, and she's like a massive player for us now.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, the Lionesses as well, they take chunks out of each other.
Yeah.
Like when they're playing, they're ruthless. Honestly, it's mad to see. Absolute warriors. So the community that we have developed here at SAHA, I love to say we, because we're all part of this, Gary. There are people in the group that are doing things for wider communities as well.
Yes.
And I got a shout out to Anna and to Hannah.
Yes,
Hannah, who are like, so I've been given a kind of script.
I think we've all had that
by Anna.
Quite the script, Alex.
So last week's episode, I did mention the middle muddle, and I kind of muddled my lines. I mentioned it and kind of like read out the website. When I do my intros and outros, I don't like to chop them up and stuff. It's just as it comes. So I messed up the website and stuff, but I did give it a mention. But we're talking about the middle muddle, which is a fun run. Oh my gosh! Can someone get that? Right, so it is a 10k, a 5k, a 10k, and a 1k
for the kids.
1 mile colour run as well, right? Yeah. So, and that's happening. Oh my god, this list has just made me get the website up.
April.
Mid-April. Might be the 15th.
Middle muddle.
Yeah.
Did you think I'd be prepared
16th.
for this? I'm bringing up the website. Yeah, it's a 10k, 5k, 1 mile colour run on the 19th. With a round table, wrong answers there, but
we got there in the end.
Anna's going to be like, what did they do? Like 19th of April at 10:30. You can go to middlemuddle.co.uk. It's been running for 10 years, this thing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'll be running for 10 years.
It's been running for over a decade and is a really well-loved local event. It's a beautiful course through the middle countryside, quiet lanes, woodland, hills, and some amazing views. And it's open to all abilities as well. So if you think of yourself as a bit of a runner, or if you just want to go and have a little bit of a dawdle like Dean here. This year there is a 1 mile fun run, which is now a colour run for the first time, which is going to be amazing for all the kids, the family, bit of fun.
Yeah.
Go and get paint pelted at you. It raises money for the Friends of Muddle Primary School PTA, which is a registered charity run entirely by parent volunteers, and everything raised goes directly into the school to benefit the children. So if you're taking part in that, that's what you're raising money for. Middle Primary is such a special school. At the heart of the community, it's a small, nurturing environment where every child is truly known and cared for by the staff. Schools like this offer something incredibly valuable. The PTA works closely with the school to support and enrich the fantastic environment they've created. Some examples of what that's supported just this year include funding the pantomime buses so every child could attend, ensuring all children have access to shared cultural experiences, funding new iPads, helping staff provide quick support and interventions for children who need extra help, organising volunteers to improve the forest school area, creating more opportunities for outdoor learning and confidence building, organising volunteers to redecorate the school hall, making it calmer, more welcoming space the children use every day. Our next big project is resurfacing areas of the playground so the fitness and play equipment can be used safely all year round, rather than only in dry weather. It will make a huge difference to the children's day-to-day experience. It would also be really helpful if I'm reading what she's. It would also be really helpful if we could mention that although the event has been going for years, we'd still absolutely love more runners to sign up. Every single entry really does make a difference. Now, look, I'm not saying that we're some monolithic podcast, but we mentioned the Traitors at the Castle, which is happening on the 13th of March. They'd sold just under half the tickets, and within 2 days of the podcast being out, not only did they sell out, but they've now got a waiting list. So the people that are listening to this, get involved with the Middle Muddle and go and help this school prosper. So Anna, I hope that was okay.
I think she'll be happy with that.
Yeah. If she's not, she could have come and done it herself.
instead of going on holiday.
Yeah.
How dare you? I mean, it's just so selfish. I mean, come on. What's the future of this team? I was talking to Kaz about this earlier. I was like, so there's under 11s. Timmy won't be able to play for him anymore. So he goes, no, and she goes, no, it goes up with you guys. You're going to follow the kids up.
Oh yeah, we'll go as far as these kids want to go. We'll take them. And obviously, I've never really gone. I think once they go, it's under 17s, under 18s.
Yeah.
So as long as these boys want to play, we're always going to be here.
And that's when Leo signs for England.
Yeah. We'll get
Aston Villa goalkeeper.
Oh, we don't mention that name.
Want to do a boo?
What is that? What you want to do? Would you want to play football when you're older?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Looking at mom in the background. Timmy wants to do acting. He wants to act, produce, write, direct.
Does he?
And that's what I mean. And he,
football's
a hobby, and he enjoys it. And then obviously he's got other things that he's interested in. That's brilliant.
Yeah, Kaz is like, I was like, he's doing swimming, he's doing scouts, he's doing football, he's doing piano, he's doing theatre.
Yeah,
Timmy's
that's really good though. That he's got all them interests. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Freddie's just my football mad.
Football,
and he does a bit of golf, and so does George. They do a bit of golf in the summer. But trying to get him to do anything else is hard work.
On PlayStation.
Oh yeah, on PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Like Freddie said to me the other day, he was like, I said to him like, get yourself into something else. Like, and he said, oh, what about volleyball? I was like, I don't even know if there's a volleyball club. I was like, of all the sports you've got to make,
pickleball.
volleyball. I was like, that's a bit.
Timmy he came home excited from school the one day, and he was like, I've been accepted onto the basketball team. I was like, that's amazing. I go, do you know how to play basketball? He goes, no. Yeah, and they went to a tournament and they came second. I was like, okay,
amazing,
fair play.
Nice,
brilliant. Leo, thank you so much for being an amazing guest on the podcast. And
thank you.
I hope that your arm heals well and you come back stronger than ever. Have you got any comments for the coaches here at SAHA? Because what I'll do is I'll get you to see if any of the other kids want to come and say hello.
Just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Most welcome.
Yeah,
good
brilliant.
to have you.
And we can't wait to have you back on that field, mate.
Right. Do you want to go and see if any of the other kids want to just come and say hello on the podcast? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for chatting to me. You've been brilliant today. Well done. Very patient. Very patient.
What's the betting that Olive's the first one round?
Bring in the diva.
Yeah, the diva's coming.
What keeps you going? Obviously, you have rainy days, bad days. What keeps you going with this? I'll go around the table. What keeps you coming to practice? And
I just love football, love coaching, and like I say, it's seeing them boys develop every week. And like I say, they are a good set of lads, to be fair, and they all bring different, characteristics to the team. And And they're just a good bunch of boys, do you know what I mean? And like seeing them turn up and having a laugh is what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? They're friends. They're building them bonds.
We've got George here.
Here he is, Georgie boy.
We've got some headphones there, George, to put on your head.
So
you can hear. So George, we're just going around the table and talking about why these coaches keep coming. We'll do that and then we'll talk to you. Okay, so Simon, as a person who's relatively new to coaching football, what gets you out of bed to come to coaching sessions every?
It's all about the boys, really, and watching them have fun, enjoy training, and if we win a few games like we have done, that's only a bonus, isn't it? That's what gets me out of bed.
I love that you say the wins are the bonus. It's like the development of the kids and seeing them have fun. That's good. Dean?
Well, I got into it because I had a conversation over the garden fence when Harry and Simon were having some food, which they didn't invite me to.
We won't speak about that.
And they were talking about setting the team up, and I said, oh, I'll help out. I didn't necessarily envisage that training would be at 9:30 on a Saturday. But I miss coaching. I miss sort of the interaction and helping players develop. And all the kids have got different personalities, and they've all got their own way of doing things and their own foibles. And it's just good to try and help them out. And I really now, if it's raining on a Friday night and it's going to be called off, or games are called off, I'm really disappointed. Whereas for years, my wife is saying, you can't just do this every weekend. It's, we can't go here, we can't go there. But I just got back into it, and I'm really disappointed now if there's not a game or
it's
training.
mad the things that we take for granted, isn't it? Like I was talking to Kaz yesterday about like the days when the kids come home from school back in the day, you'd chuck like CBBS on for them and you'd sit there and watch like CBBS. I don't know what you do, but like I miss that now. Like it's mad that I used to think that was mundane and boring kind of thing to do. I mean, I love spending time with my kid. Don't worry about CBBS. Come on, man. But like I miss that now, and you'll find me sitting there watching CBBS by myself. I'm joking. No, but like I miss those interactions. Now we've got George with us now. What position do you play, George?
Well,
what would you prefer? What would you label yourself as a footballer? Where would you put yourself?
probably midfield.
Midfield. And before you joined SAHA, were you part of any of the football teams?
Yes.
Yes. And how do those teams compare to the team you're in now?
SAHA is like more fun to play at.
Yeah. Is that because you gel better with the kids you're playing with?
Yeah.
Yeah. What has that ball done to you for you to hit it so hard, by the way? Because you've got quite a cannon on you, haven't you?
I don't really know.
You don't really know? So for context, when George hits the ball, we all duck. Because you've rattled a few posts in your time, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A few fences as well.
And a few
Yeah, Dean's fence can...
Does it feel good being out there with the kids playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think that these coaches, I know one's your dad, what do you think these coaches have brought for you that other coaches may not have?
Happiness.
Yeah?
And that's really nice to hear, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? He's happy playing.
Yeah.
Because George is one of them players that last season wasn't given the opportunities to play, and he's got a brilliant football mind.
Yes, yeah.
And like you say, he's got a hell of a left foot on him. And I think he's played more this season than he probably did all last season.
Yeah.
And like you say, that team last year was all about playing the best players and not interested in developing the ones that wouldn't make the starting 9, whatever it is. So he's been brilliant this season. And like I say, he's a big character within the team.
Yeah, it's nice to see, especially because like we've brought Timmy on who didn't know anybody. I think George, you were one of the first people that started talking to Timmy, welcomed him into the team, and it's just nice to see that, isn't it? Because there is a dog eat dog kind of like environment when it comes to football with young lads sometimes, isn't there?
And I think with George, obviously, and Freddie, because obviously Freddie's my son, Simon, George. They probably get a lot more than what the others do because they have to come home with us Well, not so much Simon, I suppose. Simon probably, but Freddie, he gets it in the ear when he gets.
I mean,
it. And
we talk about how nice Harry is here, and he's smiling nicely, blue-eyed boy. But when he's angry, he's angry, isn't he, George? You're allowed to say it. You don't worry, it's fine.
It's called passion, isn't it, George?
It's called passion.
And it always comes from love. It always comes from love.
Come on, lads! What do you think? You need to run down the line. Do you think that's good to hear from a coach? Because it shows that they care, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if like coaches aren't like getting angry or anything, that shows that they don't really care.
Good answer, George.
Good answer. Okay, yeah. I love that. And what football team do you support, George?
Man City.
Yay.
I've got any funny buttons on here for that.
Yeah, come on.
There's one with a swear word. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I've got that one. What?
Can I just say though, like George was a Manchester United fan, and I've got photographic proof. I've got a picture of him in a Man United shirt with his name on the back. Okay, just saying. There's pictures. So I grew up in Wales as an English kid, right? And like as daft as it sounds, I couldn't go to the Wrexham games because my friends from school, my friends from cadets, there would be fights. They'd be like, "Oh," it would just be aggro. So I couldn't go to the games. And I grew up with United supporters, so I had United shirts. Yeah, I had that horrible grey and black one that they used to have. Oh yeah. So I had them all. I had the yellow and green one as well. And then, just to spite my brothers, I started supporting Chelsea because I loved Ruud Gullit. I thought he was a machine back in the day. And that was like up until like it was the money and corruption, all that sort of stuff for the Premier League. And I stopped enjoying football. I really did. I started watching the NFL more than anything. Yeah. And then working with Jamie Edwards with Shrewsbury Town and the community, which is now the foundation, he gave us, for something I did with the Biscuit, he gave me some tickets, and we walked into the match, first Shrewsbury Town match, and that electricity in the air, that immediately sold me. And now we're like third season ticket holders. Like it's amazing how that environment can like do something really cathartic and emotional to you. You know? Yeah, it is. Yeah. George, what are you going to be when you're older?
I don't really know.
You don't know?
I like to be maybe like a vet or something.
Yeah, you can care for animals. That's good.
Yeah, you love your animals, to be fair, don't you?
Yeah. Dean, what are you going to be when you're older?
Dead.
I remember I never had any idea of what I wanted to do when I was older, when I was a kid. It always used to change. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas some of these kids just want to play football. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like nowadays, I think every young boy wants to be a footballer. They see what they've got. But even beyond that, where I used to live in Brinteg in Wrexham, we used to have a field across from us was the youth club. We spend all our summers, all our days there playing football, just to go back to that. Yeah. Have no worries about bills, no worries about those things. That is the most fundamental thing about playing for a team like SAHA. Coming to the training, having a kick around with the lads, going to a match, progressing in the league, maybe winning a man of the match. It's really an escape, isn't it? Oh yeah, 100%. Like, you know, you don't know what's going on in the kids' minds these days. There's so much they've got so much pressure on them, and like just having that outlet. Like going to play football, have that freedom of like stepping on that pitch and for an hour, just play football. Yeah. Coming to training, you've got an hour just playing football. And for some kids, that's massive. Just having that outlet of that's that one thing they look forward to every week. Do you know what I mean? And that's a big thing for them kids. Would you have locked the gym like Coach Carter? Have you ever seen the movie? I haven't seen that. You've never seen it? No, I've never seen it, to be fair. Oh my God, as coaches, you need to get around together, get some popcorn, a couple of beers maybe, and watch Coach Carter. I mean, there's an amazing part of it. It's about basketball, isn't it? It's about basketball, but the coach cares about the young kids, not the young players. Okay. So he wants them to get their grades up, and they're all focusing on the basketball. So what he does is as we're about to do a championship game or a championship run anyway, he locks the gym with a chain. He's like, you get your grades up and you can play basketball again. Oh wow! And I was like, you know, as someone, like, you know, competition is competition. All the parents are kicking off. Yeah. The kids are kicking off. He's like, no. What's important is the education, and it's a good little thing. Would you have locked the
100%,
Yeah.
No, but it is important that, and most of the kids that come up, I'll be like, have you had a good week at school? And that's important, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
First, like, getting your head down in education is really important. And, because that's what you need for life.
Yeah.
I mean, and football, it's lovely to have it and it's a great hobby, but your most important is your education. Get your head down. I always tell Freddie, like, get your head down, learn, because, later on in life, you can then need them skills that you can learn at school. Like I said, don't look back and go, oh, I wish I did that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100% into your education all the
There's
time.
so many kids out there with like, I had trials for Everton. I had, but those you had that time to go and be good at something. Do you know what I mean? There's some achievement about that. We all have our stories about going out there and just enjoying being a part of a team. I was in the cadets. I played for my battalion team. It was amazing, great time. I didn't do great, but like just to be out there doing
just
that.
Being part of a team is a big thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? 'Cause, I think there's some kids out there who would absolutely love to be part of a team, but just don't have the confidence to do it.
Finally, I want to talk about we're running out of time, obviously, but like fundraising, keeping the team going. Obviously, there was this great foundation by the parents sort of supplying stuff, and Kaz has been doing her bits, and she'll continue to do her stuff. Once she sinks her teeth into something, that's it. Like, how do you survive with the funding you've got? Do you need more from people? Is there any way that people listening to this can help you?
To be fair, like obviously with the run that's happening in April, we've, I don't know if it's a silly thing or we've all decided that we're going to do the run. So me and Dean are doing 10k, Simon's doing 5k, along with
Dean's doing the colour run.
Yeah, and I think Louise is doing the 5k, Becky is doing 5k.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure if there's any other parents that have signed up, but we're all doing it to raise money for the boys to get them some training kits.
Yeah.
So then we have got a form that we've got going a GoFundMe page. So
you send me the link for that. I'll put it in the read up.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to, just anything, if it's £1, like amazing, just give what you can. And then, like I say, it's all for these boys and getting them a training. Obviously, Ross and Anna sponsored the kit at the start of the season, and then we had a bit of fundraising for the away kit,
which you put my logo on.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we had a sponsor, and they give us a bit of money, and they didn't want that put on the shirt. And when you get a shirt, it looks smarter when you have with a logo. And you and Kaz have done loads for the team. Kaz has been amazing. Like, I mean, she's with the kits, the fundraising, and everything. So you're local, you're doing something that's amazing. Like your podcasts are amazing. It's what keeps me, I keep listening to
they're adequate, they do a job.
And so why not? So it's helping you out, you're helping us out, so why not?
Thank you, I do appreciate it. I nearly cried when I had no idea this was going on, and she was like, can you send me a logo? And I was like, before she goes, they're going to put it on the front of the shirt, and I was like, what?
It's amazing. Like, they look really, really smart. They look really, really smart. And like I say, it's you guys help us out, so we'll do a little bit for you.
Brilliant.
You do for us.
Well, I think this is definitely an ongoing thing now. I've never seen Timmy so happy, like, honestly.
He's such a lovely lad. I absolutely, every time I see him, every training session, every game, he puts a smile on my face straight away.
And like, it goes beyond that. They go home, they jump on the Xbox, whatever, and they're on Roblox and Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
I wish they communicate like they do on the bloody computer.
On the pitch.
Yeah, on the pitch, yeah. If they could communicate like they do when they play their PlayStation, oh wow.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Are there any messages that we haven't really talked about? I mean, obviously, thank you to the parents that are such a great community, but... No,
not really. Like I say, I just want to reiterate that, really. Like, a massive thank you to all the parents, because I did try and thank all the parents at the Christmas party, and I sort of messed it up a bit and just mentioned Anna. So so like, this is like a great opportunity for me to right my wrong. So the parents, like, absolutely thank you to every single one of you, turning up every week, supporting these boys, doing whatever you can for the team, like the tea and coffee, the fundraising, putting your heart and soul into it, like every weekend. Like, that's a massive help for us And we can only thank every single one of you. You're all absolutely brilliant, and we couldn't have asked for a better set of parents and a better set of boys. You know what I mean? Like, they are amazing. I absolutely love every single one of them.
And if anybody's listening to this and has got an 11-year-old that wants to play football,
100%. Like I say, we've got a squad of
13.
But if you've got someone out there that wants to play football, it doesn't matter what ability they are. We are the greatest coaches on this land, and we'll make them better.
Going forward, it'll go to 11-a-side. So
so
need
you know
a
what I
bigger
mean?
squad.
So like I say, we're 9-a-side next year, and then we go up to 11-a-side. So just bring him along. Even if he, just starts training with us, and then he gets to know the lads, or she gets to know the lads, and then we can introduce them into playing the games and stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be thrown in straight away into the deep end. They can come in, they can get to know the lads, they can train. And then if they want to sign, they're more than welcome. And I've always been like that. Do you know what I mean? So, if you've got someone out there that wants to come and play along, then just give us a shout.
Brilliant. Fantastic. And don't forget, this isn't just for a season. I mean, this goes up every year. The kids progress. So
the contract's for life.
And contracts for life. You think you can't just leave?
You
can't just.
This leaving.
Knocking at the why weren't you at training? I'm 23.
And a big shout out to like George and Freddie, because obviously they're our sons, and they do get it a lot harder than probably the other two. And it is like harder for them too, because like with them being the manager's sons, they probably don't get the recognition that they probably deserve every week. Like, it's really hard to pick them to be player of the match and stuff like that. But I know the parents would never think like that. But they do get a tough.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It is really difficult. And you know what? Like, half the reason we did this is because Freddie and George are like best pals, and like me growing up, I didn't really have a relationship with my cousins or much family, and for them to have that relationship as a family, it's amazing. Do you know what I mean? They're best of pals, and they lead the group. Do you know what I mean? You can see that their friendship that then blossoms into the team. So a big shout out to George and Freddie, because like they do get it probably harder than the.
But then they
thing.
forget about it when they're on the pitch.
Yeah, they do. To be fair, they do, and like I say, they're great together, to be fair.
Is he bossy as a coach?
Little bit.
That's a good thing. We did that. Brilliant. Thank you so much. We will do a part 2 in the future. We'll get Ben on next time, I think.
Oh, you got enough time for that?
Yeah, I got it.
No, but a big shout out to Ben, because Ben does the line every week for us, and
he's a good morale boost as well.
He's a good lad, to be fair.
Well done, Ben.
For a bit of context.
I better say a massive thank you to Kate, because she is the Respect Marshal every week as well.
She's a Respect Marshal, and she deserves a medal.
She has to keep Alex in check. To be fair, I've noticed that Alistair's starting to get a bit loud, isn't he? When
Taylor was coming out of his shell a little bit.
He's gone from his rugby over to his football, and even Theo, he was on the side the other week, and he was just like, "Why is my dad shouting?"
I've never seen him like this before. But and as well with Ben, I think we did the Christmas meal out. We went to the peach tree.
Yes.
And we did the meal, and Ben stood up. He didn't give a speech to just us. He gave a speech to the whole restaurant.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Which I think, round of applause. That was brilliant. You guys are ace. Honestly, I'm talking about these because these are all fun memories, and I'm really privileged, me and Kaz, to be part of this community, not just with the kids for Timmy, but for you guys, the coaches and the parents. So from us to you, thank you so much for welcoming us. Thank you as well to the Red Barn for letting us record here today. Really great space. They have an amazing menu of amazing Indian food. Really highly recommended. Probably one of the best curries in Shrewsbury, so make sure you pop in. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so
definitely.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having us.
My gosh, that episode was a much bigger undertaking than I thought it was going to be. It's been a while since I've filled up my mixer with microphones like that. I didn't have enough headphones. I had enough microphones and leads and stuff. That was okay. But I think my mixer was kind of like, what's happening? It's just like, as I was recording, some mics were dropping out. I was having to mix audio as I was going. I haven't done that for a while. But it was so worth it. It was so worth it getting all those voices on there. I mean, it was really good. It's all well and good, actually. So, getting the head coach on and speaking to Harry. But like I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, that this is a collaborative effort. People coming together, and I think that's what makes this really special. It was great. It's a great story to tell. Obviously, coaches are important people if they do it right. you know. And coaches, I've spoken to life coaches, business coaches, coaches. I've spoken to so many people that motivate people in so many different ways. From Stephen Marshall, who will, you know, encourage you guys to shout at your inner bitch and tell her to go away and become a strong version of yourself. To the people that will offer you yoga and breathing and dancing and ways of using creativity as ways to go forward. Health, fitness coaches. You know, I've spoken to so many amazing people, and I feel like Harry sits there right in the middle. He'll encourage those kids to go on to be a great footballers whilst they're playing, but he'll also teach them life lessons along the way too. So that's great. So thank you, Harry. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Simon. And thank you to the collective of parents that are part of that group too. And you know what? I get it, right? We've all got kids, and lots of our kids are in football groups and art groups and orchestras or whatever it is, gymnastics. And we've all got those people around me. But the thing is, I've got the biscuit, baby, so I can voice those things, and maybe you can find something in common with what I'm saying. You know, maybe you're listening to this and you're going, you know what, actually, my kid's piano teacher deserves recognition. And it's the same as when we're carting our kids around to football, to theatre, to all these groups that we do it. You know, we're racing through traffic, we're parking up, we're rushing them to the things. And I don't know, I feel like there's an almost rat racy feel about that, but I think like sometimes we need to slow down, look at what's actually happening, and thank the people for that. That's what this episode is about. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. If this is your first time listening to the Shrewsbury Biscuit, please give us a follow. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. If you want to come on the podcast, you know someone that'd be good for the podcast, you can find my email, which is shrewsburybiscuitpodcast@gmail.com, and our website is the shrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk, a website which is lovingly made for me by my sponsor, Web Orchard. If you like the look of our website, if you look at, you know, take a look at Web Orchard's website themselves, see what they do is amazing, and you know, maybe you want to buy a website from them because you've heard it on the Shrewsbury Biscuit. First of all, I can guarantee you they'll make you a perfect website for whatever it is that you do in the world. No judgment. And you can then tell them that I sent you their way. So, you know, they give me a pat on the back and all that. So, guys, thank you for listening. We'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys have a gravy week. Catch you next time. Peace out.
Roll with the punches, made my bed, ignored my hunches. I focused on the wrong stuff, but baby, you are the change now. Let them talk.